welcome back to my channel. I am your lovely host, Sibulele Amza, and welcome to another video. So in today's video, we are talking about how I became a manager at the age of 24, okay? It is the morning, I'm having my cup of coffee, and I'm just staring out at the window, and I just had this urge of kind of answering the so frequently asked question. However, it is mostly asked on my TikTok, so I do hope that my people from TikTok are going to be here. And they constantly ask me how I became a manager, did I study for it? So in this video, I'm just going to be answering all of those juicy questions and let you guys know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. I currently work for the brand Wimpy. Wimpy is a food franchise, and I have worked for Wimpy for the past basically 6 to 7 years. I'll explain. So I basically started working there in 2017, which was my matric year. 2017 December, I started working there as a runner. A lady from church who had worked there for years, who is a waiter, advised her manager they loved to recruit young people to just come and be runners in December, which is basically just cleaning tables, ensuring the shop is clean during the run of business. So she advised to her manager that I was looking for a part-time job just to get some experience, and that is how I started becoming a runner in 2017 December. I really enjoyed it because I had started working, I think the year before that or 2 years before that. I started working when I was 16, also as a runner, but that environment was just so incredibly toxic. So when I started working as a runner in Wimpy, I really enjoyed it because the environment was so nice. The people were friendly. It was mostly women. I think the only man was the barista. Everyone else was women. The manager was a woman. So it was a really lovely environment. And I really enjoyed it. I worked December 2017, and I kept on coming back every December. So I went to varsity in 2018, and every December I would come back and work at Wimpy, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. And in the year 2022? No, in the year 2023. Yes, last year, I graduated in April. So upon graduating and wanting a job, I didn't want to sit at home and do nothing. I was applying, but obviously it was a fresh graduate. It was just a new thing of me applying. I didn't even know I was going to graduate, so I hadn't even started applying before that. So when the year came, it was only then when I started applying for jobs, and obviously some were taking long to answer. So I just didn't want to sit at home and do nothing because I knew I'd get frustrated. So I went back to Wimpy, and obviously they trust me. I've worked with them before, and I said, hey, are there any spots open? Do you need someone for anything? And at that time, they needed a cashier because the one that they had, they were not happy with. So I became a cashier. I really enjoyed that position. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has been thus far my favorite position ever. I was a cashier for like, I think close to 6 months. I was a cashier for like close to 6 months, and then the assistant manager left. Yes, the assistant manager resigned, and there was a lot of shifts, you know, uncomfortable shifts, because she kind of left abruptly. So everyone was kind of left stunned and not knowing which direction to turn and what to do. So I saw a gap. I saw a gap and I shot my shot. And one thing about me, I will shoot my shot, okay? I shot my shot. I said, you know what? How about, they trusted me. And I do pride myself on being a professional and pride myself on doing my work to the best of my ability. So I shot my shot and I said to them, how about I hold the fort until you find a replacement, right? And that's when they then promoted me to supervisor. And I started to do, you know, the little nitty-gritty activities of opening and closing the shop, just supervising the staff, being left alone to, like, for a day at the absence of the head manager, being left alone just to kind of look after the staff members to see whether or not the shop is operating correctly and everything is being done per the rules and regulations of the shop. And time passed. They got another manager. Yes, they got another manager. However, that manager did not last, because usually what they do at the organization that I work for, they will employ you for a month. So you'll get a month probation, and they kind of test you out whether or not you fit what the organization is looking for. And in that month, you can also assess whether or not you wish to stay in the organization, which I think is a really, really nice thing. So we did that with another manager for a month, but it didn't work out. Yeah, the company and her managing skills were just not a mix. They just didn't go together. So she ended up leaving, and there was the gap again. So I was like, okay, so y'all took me from cashier to supervisor. So I was like, you know what? How about I fill in as the assistant manager until you guys find an actual assistant manager. So the news obviously was circulated through the management. The management took it to the owner, and you know, the owner kind of knew me, not really, but kind of knew me, but had heard, you know, the compliments of my work and so on and so forth. And there was a meeting. It was the owner, the management team, and the company's, what can I say? He's the marketing, I don't know, but he's like an image consultant, but not just an image consultant, but he was also present in the meeting. And that was when the company kind of actually offered me the position. They offered me the position, not only based off of the fact that I suggested it, but because they also thought I would be a good fit, but they were also happy that I was open to the idea. So they pitched the proposal to me and talked about it, and kind of had the conversation with me of whether I knew what it is that I was actually putting myself into. And at the time, I probably thought I knew, but I didn't actually know.
God have mercy upon us.
Didn't actually know. But, you know, I said, yeah, totally. I know exactly what I'm putting myself into. I know exactly what I'm doing. This coffee is so good. Too good. And that is where the process then started. I accepted the position. I accepted it mainly off the basis of I wanted to gain skills. I wanted to gain skills that I knew I wouldn't gain anywhere else. I went in a span of 1 year, I went from being a cashier to a supervisor to a manager. Not to blow my own horn, but that says a lot about who I am. And I knew, as much as the position was difficult, I knew that I had the capability of doing it. I prayed about it. I talked to God about it a lot. I talked to my parents about it too. I talked to my dad, who was very, very much afraid for me. He was very, very much afraid for me because he felt that it was a lot. And I mean, I was only 23. I was only 23 at the time, and I turned 24 in the position. I mean, we were all afraid. I was afraid too. As much as I was incredibly excited, I was afraid. But I said, I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking about what this is going to do for my resume. I'm a graduate. I'm struggling to find a job. Here is this amazing opportunity. I'm definitely not going to let it slide. So I said to them, I'm giving them a year, which is the year that we're in now. At the end of the year, I'll update you guys what's going to happen that in another time. So I gave them a year, and we accepted, pen on paper, and here I am, the assistant manager of the Wimpy in my branch. How has it been? I'm 11 months old in the position, if I don't count the months that I was a supervisor. And it has been an incredibly interesting journey. In another video, I will discuss all the challenges that I have faced as someone who has my type of character, what I've experienced in the position. But most importantly, I have grown immensely. I think one of the most just want to share one of the most difficult things about having been an assistant manager there is the fact that I had to manage elders. I had to manage my elders. I had to manage my mothers. First of all, I grew up there, basically, if you think about it. Started in 2017, I was 18. I started then, and every December I was there. And I think it was an interesting, not difficult, an interesting transition for both of us being me and the team at Wimpy, having seen me as a child and treated me like a child. I now became their boss. Me having treated them as mothers, and not that I don't treat them as mothers anymore, but I still treat them as my elders and very respectful towards them. I now became an authority to them. So that has been a very interesting transition and a little bit uncomfortable, because obviously, who is this child to come and tell us that, oh, she doesn't like that, or she doesn't like the way that I did that. So it has been very, 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 very interesting and sometimes quite difficult. But I will say that God has sustained me. That's all I can say. God has sustained me, because at some moments I felt I couldn't do it, but he was like, he knows exactly why I'm here, and I need to remember exactly why I'm here. And that is why I'm still here. It is September 2024. Girl, when I tell you I thought I wouldn't make it. We've got what? October, November, December. 3 months left of the year. And I did it. I held through. It has been a very interesting journey, but I'm very appreciative of the growth that I've experienced with this journey. I hope that now answers our big question of how I became a manager at 24. And if you guys have any further questions, don't forget to put them down in the description box. Like I said, I will be back in another video to discuss all the challenges that I've experienced, but I am still enjoying the position and still enjoying the growth. And I am still enjoying taking you guys with me on the journey. I hope you have been enjoying my videos. I know I post on TikTok way more than I post on YouTube, but I feel like I have been trying the sea of consistency, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. We've done so many interesting things together. Went to a jazz event, been going on solo dates. Excuse me. So I hope you guys have been enjoying coming with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you lots, like jelly tots.